Hey, and welcome. Today is Monday, and it dawned on me over this weekend. What would be something that would be really maybe helpful and useful for you to check out as maybe a little short series? The one thing that dawned on me is because this is something that we're all very much involved in today, is being able to show properties without people having to actually come to see them. All I mean by that is a video, right? Because let's face it, as we all know, it's one thing if we are just telling people, kind of painting word pictures for that listing, but it's something entirely different if they can see pictures of that listing. Now we have the ability to take it up another notch by having a video. But those videos can get pretty expensive if you're, outsourcing it, hiring a professional to come in and do these videos. So what I'm going to do over the next couple of days, a couple of three probably, is we're going to take a look at some of the either low to no cost options that you can use today to make your first video and use that to market that great listing you've taken. So, without further ado, the first in this series is going to be the simple cell phone camera. Whether you have a Droid or you've got an iPhone, either one makes no difference. They both allow you to make a short video. The only thing that I suggest, well, there's a few things, but the main thing that I suggest that you do is you walk through the home, starting outside, and walk through the home with the camera. You don't have to actually have it recording, but walk through the camera as if you are looking at this and at that and imagining how you are going to describe that room, that feature, that function, that bell or whistle in that home. Because what you're going to find is that, oh, that bed isn't as made up as I had thought it was, or oh my gosh, there's that pile of laundry in the corner. Could be, my gosh, look at the dirty dishes in the sink, or maybe even, oh, we need to let more light come in here, right? Me personally, when I have done this, it's always been something, even though I've thought I've covered the bases, I've always found something that I needed to go back and fix before I actually turned it on and started to record. You don't really want to be trying to read from a script while you're walking through. For one, you could trip, but you do want to go through and practice it a few times because for one, if it's scripted, it just doesn't come across as personable and as real. So just think it through a few times. How would you want to start that walkthrough, that virtual tour? How would you want it to end? And what are the features that you really want to make sure you highlight in this video, that you're making for your listing? And by the way, it doesn't have to be just listings. Hey, let's face it, you can use this for rentals as well, right? Yeah. So I hope this helps. Personally, the one thing that I have found that really, oh, and by the way, two more quick things. One, you're going to want to make sure that it's an MP4 because that's a format that is able to be viewed across pretty much every platform that you have out there these days. Whether you host it on YouTube, as an example, and then put a link in a listing to it or send that link out to others, makes no difference where you host it. But YouTube is a great place. It's free, and there are a lot of people that do that. The only thing I would suggest is if you're going to put it on YouTube and it is a home that you have listed for sale, once you have gotten it sold, delete the listing. It's no longer relevant, and you would hate to have someone years from now, you are retired on a beach somewhere, and somebody else is trying to list the home for sale, and yours shows up instead of theirs. It's at a price that's vastly different. Or maybe the person has totally renovated the home, and it doesn't look anything like it did when you listed the home. So just make sure you've got proper video hygiene. Weird term, right? The other thing is, when you take it off of your device, your phone, you're probably going to need to plug it in to do that faster. So those are really the only two things. MP4 is what you're going to want, and you're going to want to make sure that you probably are hosting that at some place like YouTube, and then just link back, just because it's an easier, it's a simple format. Everybody knows of YouTube, and copy the whole link. Don't squeeze that link into something different. Apparently, there are a lot of people that have phishing schemes out there and all sorts of other nefarious things. So use the whole link, that youtube.com/ and all these other crazy things after it. It makes the person that you want to have click on that feel more comfortable that it's a real valid YouTube link. Listen, I hope this helps. Looking forward to talking with you tomorrow, and I hope in the meantime you have an awesome, awesome day. This is Jesse with Rich Agent Coaching, and I look very forward to talking with you again very shortly. Take care.